Hello, and again, welcome to Do Life. Last week, we started a conversation we didn't finish, and I am so excited what Dr. Johnson really pulled out and made as part of our conversation. So we're going to roll. I'll turn it back on to Dr. Sandra K. Johnson, and let's pick up from where we left off.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. So, at the end of our last conversation, I asked you the question, is there anything else that, I didn't ask or I didn't cover that you wanted to share? And so let's start there.
Okay. Well, practically you ask me important questions, and every question you ask, I think, leads to another question. What I would say is that we have to understand that this is a time and season for people to take chances. Take chances, take chances, take chances, and enter into that space of entrepreneurship. You have to get to that space. Don't wait. Don't wait any longer. There's entrepreneurial spirit in you. Don't let it die. Rise up to the occasion. Start something. At least let this conversation provoke something in you. Start something before you die. Do something before you die. Start something before you die. Or do something before you die.
And I'd like to continue with our focus on Africa. It is the continent that has been ignored for so long.
Yeah.
But I see it as a place that is rising up, to reach the majestic greatness that God intended it to be. Actually, that it has been in the past, that have been great kings of Africa in the past. Ghana itself is named after the Kingdom of Ghana, which was a very successful kingdom that controlled the Saharan trade many, many years ago. And so I see a renaissance, if you will, of Africa, and I think businesses focusing on the kingdom is going to lead in that effort. Can you speak to that?
Yes, it is actually here. Africans have woken up. Their sons and daughters are rising. Africans realize that the sun had risen, and the people are hearing the voice of we use the word, even the voice of our ancestors, calling us to rise to the occasion and redeem our name and restore the dignity of Africa. You know, something that was happening around the world for so many years, people were told that Africa was a dark continent. And the reason why it was done in the developed nations of the world is to keep population off track so they don't have to look at Africa nor take attention or look carefully and see the kind of gain they are intending on and extractions and also the control of Africa's resources and minerals. Today, the sons and the daughters of the Africans are educated. Today, they can read and they can write, and they know exactly how to be partners and know how to sit at the table, and they know how to sign their names. And they are demanding that Africa, which belongs to the Africans, is a continent full of incredible resources, minerals that the world needs. When we were colonized, when Africa was taken advantage of, Africa was actually painted as a dark continent, its citizens backward, ignorant, and barbaric in many ways. But yet, the resources of Africa is that which has sustained the world. When the gospel came to Africa, it was intended and painted as we are going to save the savages. The savage people, we're going to save them and bring them to civilization. Oh no, that is not the truth. Far from the truth. We were not actually presented properly in the right light. We're presented as people who are deployed or depleted of intelligence, who knows nothing. Now, The sons of Africa are educated in the best of the universities of the world. And most of them are smart enough and intelligent enough to say, Africa, arise. Take your rightful place. You are a continent that supplies to the world. You have been a student for so long. Now it is time for you to teach the world. You have been a beggar for so long. It's now time to lend to the world. You've been a follower so long. Now take the lead. Africa is ready and poised to take the lead. But we can do it in strategic roles. We want partnerships. We want to engage the world in conversation. And we want to say that if you want our resources and our minerals, let us do a better trade. And let us talk fairly. We can give you resources. You also give us resources. But this time, it's not going to be 99% and we 1%. We know what is rightful ours. So there's opportunity for the sons and daughters of Africans in the diaspora, especially for those who are in the kingdom of God, for such a time as this. As a traditional and as a son of Africa and as a king myself in Africa, my hand is extended. I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for people who want to actually come in and join forces with us and find a better way to make lives better for our people and also make sure that we create profit and benefit so that each one wins and not a loser. We want to create a win-win situation. Africa is open for business. Africa is ready for partnership. We're even saying if you have gifts, talent, and abilities and you want to bring it to partner and join with us, we can make something good come out of our partnership. Let's see and let's go back to history and let's remember that the history that was presented before Africans voiced their own history was false. If you want to know Africa, don't discover Africa through a tourist. Find out about Africa from us Africans. We will tell you our story. We will tell you our history. We will tell you where we started. African history did not start when we were colonized. Once upon the time, when you talk about civilization of the world, the first universities, you talk about wealth, riches, it was Africa that was known. But over the Renaissance, it was covered and pretended Africa just started after Christopher Columbus. What a false story. Christopher Columbus did not discover Africa. Africa existed before Columbus came there. So let's put a history in order and perspective, and let's treat each other as equal partners and not a subordinate and a boss. Africa has so much to offer, Dr. Johnson, and I'm excited about it.
So I want to go a little deeper on one of the things you said about Africa's resources.
Yes.
The continent of Africa has more resources than any other continent on the planet. I think many people are not aware of that. You know, we may be aware of the diamonds and the gold, but there's so many other resources, minerals, for example, that we may have never heard of. But much of some particular components in mobile phones that billions of people around the world use every day comes from Africa.
Yes.
And there are many other resources like that. They come from Africa, but the people of Africa do not benefit from it. Another example, a nut, cashews. 60% of the world's supply of cashews come out of Africa. But what happens is, you know, the powers that be take the unprocessed nuts out of the country, do the processing, and then charge Africans significantly more for a resource that comes from their land. I think, and you share with me what your view of this, that now is the time that the people of the African diaspora. For example, in the United States, the Africans in the U.S. are some of the most successful in the entire diaspora. We have skills. We have resources that we can use to build businesses in a kingdom-minded way so that we can harvest these resources for the benefit of the continent and the global society. And one other thing, I think that we as a people, anytime we enter any business, we always take it to another level where the whole world can benefit from. And by the grace of God, I see that. I see us on the precipice of fantastic businesses, some of which will become billion-dollar businesses, with entrepreneurs being billionaires. But to use the money, not for show, but for building the kingdom of God. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, Dr. Sandra Johnson, I'm telling you, these are topics I enjoy talking about. We need entrepreneurs, but first and foremost, I would like to emphasize some points that you made. We have not only gold or diamonds, we have bauxite, manganese. In fact, we were supplying timber to the world. We have lithium, even in Ghana, and you talk about cashew nuts and whatnot. In fact, there are others who are benefiting from these raw materials from Africa, take them out raw form, process them, and sell them back to us. Now, what we are saying is we know our value, we know our worth, and we know the raw materials that we have. We are looking for partners who are coming in with intention for a win-win situation. And today I'm extending hand to you. If you are watching and you are anywhere in the United States or Canada or you're anywhere in the Caribbean islands, wherever you are in the world, Asia, wherever, and you want to come to Africa, but come through the right doors and do good business with Africans, then the doors are open to you. We want you to come and work with us. Listen, we have the raw materials. If you have technology or you have factories that you could bring to our place and we process it together and sell it and have equal share, it's better that way. But with the exploitations, we are not going to accept that. We are not going to let that happen. The problem we've had in the past is because there are those who come to us with the best of intentions. And because of our open trust, they take advantage, make profit. In fact, years past, our governments create policies for people to come into the system, and they may come into Africa with no penny, but benefit from our banking institutions, get loans, create factories, make profit, send the profit out of the country, collapse the businesses, and run out of the country. Now we realize that, hey, we have to actually safeguard our economies, safeguard our treaties, and make sure that people are coming in with the best of intentions and coming in who follow rule of law and not coming through the back door and mess things up, come in and benefit from our systems. So there are things that are being put in place, but we are actually saying for the kingdom advancement, there are many Christian leaders in Africa, many well-meaning Christian leaders in Africa. There are many kings in Africa, good kings in Africa who understand business and who are also saying, listen, if you want to come in through the right doors, we can extend opportunities to you. Let's partner. If you want to invest, do so. If you want to partner, do so. And let's create a successful business, and let's make sure that we are able to actually benefit each other and not taking advantage or abusing each other. It is true that we have so many minerals, we have so many resources. Now it is time, many parts of Africa is now building refineries to make sure that we refine our stuff. I mean, we have so many products that the world is looking for. We have those who come in and deal with cooperatives. They'll put farmers together and take advantage of farmers and pay them peanuts and take everything out of the system and benefit. Take our cocoas, process them, and sell them back to us. Now we realize that we have to do a better job. So if you want to come to Africa and you have the best of intention, good intentions, and good plans, You'll meet good people who will work with you. But again, we extend our hand to those of you who want to take advantage of the opportunities in Africa. Maybe even here within this space, you are not allowed or you may not know where to get into. Well, make contacts. Contact us. We'll tell you how to get in there. And we are open to do business with you if that is your intention. So let's profit together. Let's grow business together. And let's succeed together. The kingdom of God is at hand. And also building the kingdom and advancing the kingdom, we are ready to help us do that together.
Enough said.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's a good time, and we are privileged coming to you, allowing us to come to you with Do Life. Now, this is not rehearsed. This is straight conversation from the heart, and we hope these sessions have benefited you. Now, if you are watching, and this is your first or second time, please continue to watch Do Life on a regular basis. And also join us on Sunday mornings as we come to you from United States of America. And we want you to share, subscribe, and also follow. Thank you for being part of us. And thank you for doing life with us. We love you, and God bless you.
Hey Life International family. Thanks for watching another Do Life session powered by King Adamtey. We hope that you were blessed by today's discussion and have learned some key principles that you can apply to your everyday life. Join us next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next Do Life session. You can join us by visiting our YouTube channel, We're Life International RTP, and if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a session. If you're in the Research Triangle Park or the surrounding area, we would love for you to join us on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our worship service. We're located at 5310 South Austin Avenue, Durham, North Carolina, 27713. If you're not able to join us in person, don't worry. You can join us via live stream by visiting lifeinternational.us/DOLifeTV. If you were blessed by today's message, we encourage you to give. Your giving is how we can continue to bring you messages like this on a weekly basis. You can give via text using your mobile device by texting your donation amount to 84321. You can also give online by visiting us at lifeinternational.us/give. Or you can give by scanning the QR code with your mobile device's camera. Thank you for supporting our ministry through giving. We look forward to doing life with you. Have a blessed week. We'll see you next time. Bye.